Hi, and welcome to my channel Happy Learning with Anugamini. This is Dr. Anugamini Srivastava, and here I am with my next round of videos for researchers and in research. In many of my videos, I mentioned about the importance of writing research papers, importance of different sections of writing in research papers, how researchers can cope up with their self-doubts and so on. But in today's video, I am going to tell you, or you may say give you, small tips through which you can prepare yourself for each and every presentation in different phases of your PhD. In research program or research process, different presentations are being conducted to evaluate the growth and progress of each and every research scholar. And it can be really stressful for each and every researcher to give this presentation, because these presentation actually make sure that whether you go through this process or you have to repeat the whole 1 month, 6 month, 1 year or 4-year performances. So what are the things that you can keep in your mind to prepare yourself for this presentation? Along with that, what all common questions are there that you need to have prepared, well planned, well structured answers for, so that you don't find yourself in a confusing state when you are at the stage. So let's begin with today's video. The first common question that is being oftenly asked in presentations may be your initial level of proposal, where your title will be finalized, or your final pre-synopsis. The common question that is asked is about the population or the sample that you have taken in your research work. Why you have taken this population, why you believe that the problem that you are working on or planning to work on or have worked on is something which is very much problematic, or have some difficulties in this particular sector only. Why you believe so, and how you believe that your research is going to help this sector only and not in general format. The second point and the second common question which is being asked is about the objective. How you manage to segregate your objectives into main objectives and sub objectives. What were the criteria? Why you believe that main objective is something which is represented in your title. Why your title is little bit different from your main objective. These type of critical questions are being asked when you are at the stage by the panelists or the committee members who are actually there to evaluate your research work. Third question, which is commonly asked, is the methodology utilized. How you collected the sample, how you identify that this is the particular methodology that I want to work on, how you actually collected the data, why you felt that this is the best way to collect the data, why you felt that the methodology that you have selected is the best possible one to evaluate this particular research topic. Thinking about it? Yes, you need to think about it. The fourth common question that is being asked in any of the presentations for your conferences, for your proposal or your pre-synopsis and final defense also is about the model. By model, I meant to say the hypothesized model. So have you based some theory? Do you have some conceptual framework behind it? What is your belief behind this particular framework that you have selected? Why you felt that this is the, it is a linear regression model or simple multiple regression model, or what exactly it is? Why you felt that? What is the basis behind it? Why you feel that this is the perfect model for your research analysis? Why you left out some concepts? Why you left something? So absolutely you need to have your answers, why you excluded some particular perspective in your research, and why you continued, or you are planning to continue with restricted, narrowed down topic only. You need to have the answers for that. And the final thing, what is its benefit towards the managerial perspective and the theoretical perspective? Now these are the 5 common questions that are being frequently asked in different presentation, and even now today when I am also sitting on the other side of the table and evaluating projects and thesis, now I do believe that these 5 crucial questions need to have pre-planned and well structured answers. So absolutely every person have their own way of giving their answers and justifications behind all the 5 questions that I have highlighted, but what you can do in common, so that you don't have to worry at the last stage or the last minute when you at the stage or at the podium speaking about your research work. So my suggestion for the day, you can have a chart paper or a sheet of paper or a diary where whenever you are taking a step in your research work, you just mark two different criteria: how and why. Starting with the research problem, the hypothesis, the objectives, the propositions, the methodology, the sampling method, the data cleaning method, the analysis method, the interpretation method, the limitation part, the literature review part, the exclusion and inclusion criteria, why you selected only journal, why you didn't select any book chapters, and so on. Each and everything should be mentioned in your particular document wherever you are noting it down, and you need to mention immediately over there how and why perspective of that particular step taken in research work. If you think so that I can do this particular step at the end of my thesis, once I'm done with my research work and I'm very much clear what are my findings, then I'm afraid to mention it over here that things will not work out properly. When you start with your topic, like for example, when someone asks about the research problem, why you have taken it, you know the reason, but based on gradual working on it, you may forget what was the initial reason with which you started your research work, and maybe that dilutes the importance of your research work in the ongoing field. So the day you start your research work in a particular field, make that document where you write the how and why perspective for each and every step taken in research work, starting with the research topic identification to final conclusion. So every reason and how perspective needs to be mentioned in that document, so that when you are at the final round or final hour of giving your presentation, you know why and how for each and every major aspects of your research work. I do believe that this small step or this small tip will help you to give your presentation in the best possible manner and in the most confident manner before the committee and the panelists. If you find the content of my channel relevant to you, do consider subscribing to my channel and share my video to all those whom you believe will be helped in some manner. Goodbye. We'll meet in the next video.